Hello, hello, hello. It's me, 09, and today we'll be having my first impression of Project Red's Super Space Sheriff Gavan Infinity. What a mouthful name. So, this is first of Project Red series that will pretty much that replaces Super Sentai at the moment. Well, I wonder how long this will keep up. I know that Super Sentai was going down with ratings, but Metal Hero never had the same amount of legendary status. Like, even when you don't know name Super Sentai, you probably know Power Rangers, and you know by that proxy the suits of Super Sentai heroes. So it's tough call to replace that, even though modern Super Sentai wasn't that good in my opinion, at least the seasons I had watched. To be fair, why not? I will tell you my story with Super Sentai. I had begun watching Super Sentai as it was releasing ever since Couragers. And pretty much a lot of seasons after that were very much hit and miss, because Couragers were pretty much one of the best ones. I struggled to watch any season after that to its completion. I had watched many past seasons to the completion though, so it's not like I hate it. It's just hard to find motivation sometimes. So, if you like me doing reviews on this series as its episode will come out, just tell me. I will try to do my best. Because though I had fun with the two first episodes, it's I get tired of series around the midpoint because of modern toy quality of their series. I cannot watch many new Kamen Riders to the completion because of that. But let's summarize what this is about. So it's kind of funny that when they have Super Sentai, they had the abbreviation SS. Now they have abbreviation SSS. They upgraded to one more S. I joke. We don't know if Space Sheriff will be continued. The Project Red is from abbreviation is hinting to something about multiverse, and well, as it's written in synopsis, the universe is not just one, which within the overlapping layers of the multiverses there exists another Earth that looks exactly like Earth in multi-Earth A0073, which has entered an era of cosmic coexistence, crimes involving the exploitation of energy-based life forms, known as emergy, are breaking out one after another. So that's kinda setting. Emoji are basically gimmick for this series. So for people that don't know their Kamen Rider and their Super Sentai, the toy shows have release along them the series is released usually collectible item that you can use with your transformation device that is sold usually with one or few collectible items. When I was beginning my journey with Super Sentai and Kamen Rider, we would name it gimmicks, because a lot of collectible items would have their gimmick about them. And this one is simple, the capsules with that kinda are living, at least in show. I don't think this has anything other again, I don't think this can do anything other than be scanned by special device to make sounds. And so the emoji are based off emotions, which, well, it's toy show, it's for kids and young teens, so it's nothing out of ordinary. I just will say that I'm pretty much tired of seeing gimmicks in toy shows, because a lot of them are box standard and repeat a lot. Like, even in the first episode we had the emoji that would charm the enemies, which like existed for a very long time, the concept of gimmick that charmed enemies, and they often aren't used that well in action scenes and stuff, and there is usually so many of them that they create kind of power creep. Though I will say this, if they keep with just giving Gavan weapons and just more emojis, I think it would be fine. The worry is that they could add a lot of additional stuff, like mechs or new forms. This is kinda what is a problem with toy with seasons I kinda couldn't finish, because I like when power system makes sense and when I know what character can do and there is logic to how they fight. Like, even with not very smart character, I suppose I like to see them use varieties of stuff, and a lot of the time, these things like these are just not used very well. They often are forgotten about, even though they seemed to be useful in some situations that character finds themselves in. But, well. And, yeah. I won't read more of it. You can do it by yourself. So, this is main character in his transformed state. This is Gavan Infinity, which is a name. I don't mind having infinity in the name. It just seems very strong word for for basic form. Though we don't know if he will have more forms. I guess we'll see. And this is Gavan Bushido. We didn't see third one, so I won't talk about them. But in second episode we had seen this guy, which Vicky names him Dev Gavan. Well, he looks very much like Infinity, just dark version, so mirror version. Yeah, this trope. I like the trope of dark side, but I also feel this was used a lot by Toei in recent years, and if you showed me an idea like that 10 years ago, I would be just hyped automatically. Now just, oh well, let's see how they will use it. I will judge after that, because so well. They use it in bad ways more often than not. So, what is Gavan? How is his full title, as I said, is Space Sheriff Gavan, or Super Space Sheriff Gavan. So, original Gavan is metal hero from, I don't really remember since when. I think he started after Super 1 finished. I'm not sure, to be fair. His detective badge here, and this is his pistol. He can put different emojis. He uses his main emoji he uses to transform is based off emotion anger. Gavan Bushido instead uses to transform gear based off sadness, which so emotions. It's very odd. It's very odd pick for this kind of the motive of policeman, space, and sci-fi generally. But well, Toei can use some very strange thematic connections, and maybe they will make it work. I just say that I haven't watched a lot of Toei shows for a long time, so I need to I need to be used to some corny shit. Because this is kind of corny, let's be fair. Okay, so he's main writer, yeah. So main writer for this, or screenwriter, how you want to say it, is Atsushiro Tomio. I think it's right. I said it right. No, it's Atsushiro Tomioka. Sorry. And he has, from what I could find, he worked only on one show to the full as a main screenwriter, which was Super Sentai season. I think it was one of the last ones. I didn't see that one, so I cannot judge if he's good for a job. But it seems that he's more a new guy to it. He also did 3 episodes of Kamen Rider, the anime spin-off series of, or sequel to Kamen Rider W, Futopia, or Futotante if you are true fan. I joke. So it was episode around the alcohol dopant, I think. And this episode was good, though. No, the thing is that main story of the episode was already in the manga, so it's hard to judge, I guess. I would need to compare it to manga chapter if it is translated, because Kamen Rider mangas and translation is very funny thing. In other words, it doesn't exist. And so I don't really have clue on it. The same as with main producer. This is Yoshito Kuji, or Kuiji, and he has few episodes in some things. From what I see, he's mainly he mainly worked on stage shows, which maybe is good, because from what I've seen in first episode, there is a lot of there is good choreography in fights. These special effects aren't overused as they can be sometimes, and generally, and surprisingly for me, in Toy series, main character fights a lot outside of suits. I guess they picked the guy to play main character well. And let's start with main character. So I cannot say much yet about him. But I will say he seems like very cool dude. He is the, I guess, Red Oni archetype, where the other Gavan is more Blue Oni. His name is Reiji Doki. So from what I see, he isn't dumb. He isn't an idiot type, which for red character in toy show seems surprising for me for now. maybe they already learned to not put idiot red character after people complained about it to them for years and years. I wouldn't say he is like genius or something. He just seems like normal cool dude. He isn't easily angered. Like, people don't provoke him very easily, which also is kinda surprising when his emo gear is based off anger. He's rather more upbeat, and he can be sometimes very cocky from in how that's at least how episode portrays him. Sorry if I don't have much to say about him here. I need to see him more. I could say more about Ryuga in Garo, because I see Ryuga a lot, though I haven't that much because I had a lot more to talk about in these episodes because of Garo World and stuff like that. Their character is Setsuna Aiko Queen. I will just name him Setsuna because it's easier to say. And Setsuna isn't human, as it's stated in series. On Earth, humans coexist with aliens, and Setsuna isn't alien per se, he is android. He calls himself Puppet. He was made for war. He can bleed and he can hear pain, but he doesn't feel emotions the same way. As he states, he can't really cry. But it's not like he's totally emotionless. He can understand emotions. He just was made for battle, and the main thing in the second episode is him doubting if he's right person for being Gavan, because in this series kinda explains that there can be only one Gavan in the whole universe, and the reason why there are multiple Gavans is because these Gavans are from another universes, and he was picked, and he explains that Gavan is symbol of hope, and because basically Gavan is the top dog of universe legal system, he's Space Sheriff Gavan. Which I don't know if it's for Gavan, original Gavan. I haven't watched anything with Gavan, to be fair. I haven't watched any Metal Hero series. I just know, like, it very basic stuff, like it was cancelled for Kamen Rider Kuga to take its place in 2000, and I know Toei wanted to revive Metal Hero a few times, but it didn't go anywhere pretty much. I guess because they would need to make another slot for it, and they couldn't, or they couldn't make it, so they could replace. Other characters in the series is Daisuke Date. He is more supporting character. He is Reiji superior. He doesn't work in the field, but on Gavan spaceship, and he has his assistant that it's literally named AGI. Artificial General Intelligence. Yes, that is her name, and she. There is running joke with her that she is very competent and she does things that are required of her before people even ask her to do it. Because I guess she just is so smart that she just knows where to do it. She is cute. She also explains lore stuff in episodes. I'd seen much more. I don't want to judge it yet, but I like supporting girls. Like, they sometimes feel like mascot of the series. At least in some series. There is in Kamen Rider there always was kinda this main girl in the background that was kinda support role for main character, and she seems to be similar archetype. Because to be fair, when I've seen and not this graphic, I assume this will be team show as Super Sentai, and I was kinda joking to myself, oh, Toei cancelled Super Sentai to make another team show. What genius move. But it's more normal. Not normal. It's single hero, which I don't know I don't know how this will work with it, because Kamen Rider is usually solo hero show, and it was like Toei had many solo shows running at the same time in 70s and 80s. I think I don't know if in 80s. I know it happened, and there were of course times where many team hero shows were running at the same time. So my thing is that I wonder if there will be enough interest for people to watch both things, and I wonder if the hype of Space Sheriff or Metal Hero generally revival in form of this season will be enough. Because like I said, Toei tried to revive Metal Hero many times and they failed. So we'll see. From generally about this my first impression of the episode, I haven't talked that much about it. I don't really love that this is multiverse story, because I think multiverse stories can very can be very well cheap and take a lot of if you watched what happens with modern superheroes, you kinda know that multiverses are usually used to bring characters back to life or for cheap gimmicks. So I hope they won't use it like that. The only toy show with multiverses that I somewhat liked was Decade, but Kamen Rider Decade, by the way. But it's not because it was multiverse show, but because main character was fun. And I don't really like multiverse stories that much. I like when entire thing is pretty much limited to single universe. At least I like boundaries in the I guess fictional universe. I don't really like giving infinity to setting, because like I said, this can be abused very easily, and profit from it isn't, well, depending what you write. If you write something epic on the large scale, I guess it can work, though I think it's hard to... It requires great ability to make people care about that large scale. I don't even think people care that much about universe scale if they don't have connection to at least 30 different planets. And even then, a lot of sci-fi planets are like feel like single country a lot of the times. So a lot of playing with the scales is just, it's kinda a game more than something real. That, I guess. I don't really know how well the motive of coexisting aliens will be used. I hope they won't use it to promote stuff. Because though it's not new, it's existed series with this motive. From my current understanding of Japanese political discourse, it could be I think controversial if they go into Western style place. I don't bring it up to be political, guys. I just am aware of it, and I know Toei for a long time, and I know they aren't they aren't most trustworthy people to me, and in some series I seen them taking on some risky motives. Even in this, there is the one of bad guys in the first episode is pretty much his motivation is to fight with corrupt leaders of the world and stuff, which is understandable. In our world, I don't think it was set up very well in the universe, because we don't really know much about how things are run, and when you have multiverse, I think it will be very hard also to explore it that much. I don't know. It's not yet making me think red light, because it's neutral motivation for bad guy, and it's never really bothered me before. I'm more so bothered about it now, because I seen less than seen I seen a lot of corruption of companies outside US, and I'm worried with toy, as they never, as from my memory, they never even been that good of people before. If you play some fragment of their show that is younger than 50 years, they strike down your video, and you cannot pretty much play any Kamen Rider, as they will just strike it down. So this is pretty much why I will do this way. I don't want video to be struck down. And yeah, I hope this first impression was good for you. I won't bring much political things if they won't be necessary for the episode topic. To be fair, I kinda feel bad for doing it now. I'm kinda worried. But yeah, I won't do it if it won't be necessary. Though if they go full political stuff, I will try to talk about it a little. Just the same thing I would did in the past, with referencing the disaster that happened at the time of Gokaigers releasing, because that was important for the show, and it made so there was much more returning characters in that season, and it wasn't political, but it was in a reference to real life, which politics pretty much are. So if it will be important, I will mention it a little. The same thing I would do in any other show. If it kinda references current events, I will talk about it a little. Same would be if I would talk about something from the past, if I would knew about the things that are referenced from real world, I would also talk about them. It's not about my beliefs or not, just if it is important, or at least it's something on the topic of show, I will talk about it for sake of completeness, or at least to cover show as much as I can. And yeah, tell me if you want me to review further episodes, though I think I will for the time being. I think I will ask you this question again when I will feel kinda tired of it. So remember that. Remember what it will mean when I will ask this question next time. And also, do you want me to review Kamen Rider? Because, well, the series is ongoing for a while now, and I haven't tried yet. I haven't watched Kamen Rider since I think Revise. I think, yeah, Revise. And even though the emblem is taken from season after Revise, which is kind of funny. And yeah, I don't know if I don't think I would watch it without your opinion. If you want me, I will. It will be motivation to do it. But as far as for my own free time, I don't know. It's I don't feel like catching up to episode of Kamen Rider now. I like to watch older seasons now than current one. And when I say older season, I say more about 2000 seasons and 2010 seasons. So yeah, I hope you liked my first impression video, and say in the comments what you think, what you hoping for this series, and if you were interested in it. I know I didn't sell this series that well. It's my off-script rambling pretty much, so yeah, and I will probably be more brief with episode reviews of this. I just had stuff to talk about because there is some stuff to talk about around this series, and yeah, like the video if you like it, subscribe if you want to watch more my stuff, and remember, when you shine, darkness fades. Bye.